A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a historic moment for South Korea, President Lee Jae-myung took office on Wednesday, vowing to reach out to the nuclear-armed North Korea and heal the long-standing wounds of division and conflict. Lee's election comes in the wake of a snap election triggered by his predecessor's controversial martial law declaration, which led to widespread discontent and, ultimately, a shift in power. With a decisive victory, securing 49.4% of the vote against conservative Kim Moon-soo, Lee's administration is set to embark on a new path in South Korea's foreign relations, particularly concerning inter-Korean dialogue. In his inaugural address, Lee emphasized the importance of maintaining readiness in the face of potential provocations from Pyongyang. However, he also expressed a willingness to engage in dialogue, stating, "We will heal the wounds of division and war and establish a future of peace and prosperity. No matter how costly, peace is better than war." This approach marks a significant departure from the hawkish stance of his predecessor, reflecting a desire for a more diplomatic resolution to tensions on the Korean peninsula. As he assumed operational control of the armed forces, Lee underscored the need for strong deterrence against North Korea's nuclear threats while simultaneously advocating for open communication channels. His administration's foreign policy will be tested against the backdrop of rising protectionism and global trade challenges, particularly with the impending U.S. tariffs on South Korean steel and aluminum exports. Lee's comments have been positively received by the markets, with the Kospi Index and the South Korean won showing signs of recovery following the election results. Analysts suggest that Lee's approach to North Korea, characterized by a willingness to engage without preconditions, indicates a potential shift towards resolving long-standing conflicts through dialogue. The new president's inauguration was marked by a modest ceremony at the National Assembly, a stark contrast to the militaristic show of force displayed by his predecessor during a tumultuous period in South Korea's political history. In the wake of his election, Lee has also made key appointments, including Kim Min-suk as Prime Minister and Lee Jong-suk as the head of the National Intelligence Service, signaling a commitment to addressing North Korea's threats with a team that favors diplomacy. International reactions to Lee's election have been swift, with U.S. officials expressing their commitment to the ironclad alliance with South Korea, while also acknowledging concerns regarding Chinese influence in the region. Leaders from Japan and India have also extended their congratulations, emphasizing the importance of trilateral cooperation. As Lee embarks on his 5-year term, his administration will face the dual challenge of navigating a complex geopolitical landscape while addressing domestic issues of inequality and corruption. The South Korean public has largely welcomed Lee's overtures towards North Korea, with citizens expressing hope for a more positive direction in inter-Korean relations. However, the effectiveness of Lee's policies will ultimately depend on his ability to balance national security interests with the pursuit of peace and dialogue in a region fraught with tension. As the world watches closely, the coming months will be crucial in determining the trajectory of South Korea's foreign policy under President Lee Jae-myung, particularly in relation to North Korea's nuclear ambitions and the evolving dynamics of international relations. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.